What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. Now, I just want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. Thank y'all, the Rich Gang family. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications so you can join the Rich Gang family. Be sure to hit that like button and do not forget to go ahead and drop a comment down below when complete. So as y'all can see by the looks of the title and your screen, today I am bringing y'all the top 3 most rare builds to use on NBA 2K22 next gen. Now, I went ahead and started the video a little bit early right away, just so I don't leave y'all hanging here. But just to let you know, this first build that I'm bringing to y'all is going to be called the Finesse Finisher build, and you have the potential of being able to get over 100 badges on every single one of these builds, including with the plus 10 badges that we're going to be able to unlock since we are now going into season 6. So if you did decide to click on today's video, just know that I appreciate y'all. Welcome if you are coming for the first time, and just know I upload every single day different builds as well as different types of videos. So if you want to go ahead and continue to enjoy the 2K content that I'm bringing y'all, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, just to let y'all know, to those of you who are new. However, for the loyals, if you are still watching, man, go ahead and comment down Rich Gang family, RGF. Let me know how y'all day is going, and y'all most definitely know that I got y'all with the response. So as you can see, for the playmaking on this build, we're going to be able to get up to 21 total badges. Now, I'm going to go with the pass accuracy of 76. If you want to go anything higher, you're going to definitely be able to do that. However, I like the threshold of getting at least a silver bullet passer. Then for the ball handle and speed with the ball, I'm going to max both of these out. As for the finishing, as you can see, we get a total of 30 badges, and I truly believe that this is going to be one of the best ways, if not the best way, to make this Finesse Finisher build. I love the build name, but also look at that driving layup. Honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. This build is going to be very nasty on the inside, especially with that standing dunk. Now, I know the driving dunk is a little bit lower than the normal, but I'm telling you, with the takeovers that you get, that is completely going to be made up for. Now, as you can see, for the shooting, I'm going with an 82 mid-range shot. Same thing for the three-pointer, and an 80 free throw to be able to take this build into any game mode. Now, when it comes down to the defensive stats, you really got to go ahead and spread them around so that way you are able to still maintain the build name, but also consider what this build is going to be looking like with boost, y'all. Really, this is an offensive heavy build, especially by the way that we're going to be able to shoot pretty consistently, y'all, just as good as any other build. But when it comes down to the finishing, I am really excited about that driving layup. You're going to be able to get a 99. However, for the physicals, please be sure to follow along how I brought it to y'all. But if you want to go about it your own way, that is definitely okay. Now, for the takeovers on this build, we get the slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and the playmaking. I'm going to go with the slashing just so I'm able to get the contact dunks. If you want to change up the second one to a shooting, that is completely up to you. And as y'all can see, we have made the Finesse Finisher build, and look at the comparisons of Vince Carter and Zach LaVine. Now, this second build that I got lined up for y'all, I'm telling you, they are only going to continue to get even better as we go along. This second one is going to be called the well-rounded point, and of course you want to make this build out of the point guard position. That's going to be the only position you can make this build out of, actually. Now, when it comes down to the physicals, as you can see in the top right center of the screen, I'm going to go with 6'5" for the height, 185 for the weight, with a 7'2" wingspan. Now, for the physicals, as you can see, I did max out that speed, acceleration, stamina went up to a 97, and just from upgrading the finishing, we were able to bring up our vertical all the way to a 70, which for my liking is going to be perfect. Then also, once you consider the driving layup, put that to a 78, 84 driving dunk, and right here, that's going to allow us to get a total of 16 finishing badges. And the way that I see it, this is definitely going to be perfect for this kind of build. Now, you also might be wondering, why am I not putting any more attributes into the finishing on this build? Look, I'm gonna go ahead and spill some game for y'all. There are 5 specific builds in 2K that you gotta be very specific with the attributes. The build names are out of each position, and they are called the well-rounded point, well-rounded guard, well-rounded wing, well-rounded 4, and a well-rounded 5. And that is why I'm making the finishing as is, because you got to be very specific with each area of this build in order to maintain the build names that we did get. Now, that's going to be made out of the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and the power forward plus the center. Now, when it comes down to what we're going to be looking like on the physicals, this is what's really gonna make us an even better all-around build. You gotta be sure that you're maxing out the speed and acceleration on this build, because that's gonna be one of your main assets to using this build if you decide to go about it. Now, if you wanted to, you can definitely go ahead and try to lower some of the defensive stats in order to get some more wealth in other areas, but the way that I'm bringing it to y'all, this way is gonna be perfect. Plus, 16 finishing badges on next gen is not bad at all. 20 for the defensive might be a little low, but I'm telling you, at least we are halfway to the threshold of 40 for the max. Now, for the shooting, we're going to be able to hit pretty consistent as any other build. Now, I'm really liking how this build is looking for the shooting, because with that takeover and boost added to this build, you have the potential to get a 99 mid-range as well as a 99 3-pointer, and the 25 badges really top it off completely. Now, for the playmaking, we're going to end up with another 25 total badges. However, if you do want to go about this a different way, you definitely can. Again, you just got to be very careful with what stats you do decide to change. Go back and forth with making sure that you maintain the build name, and I promise you, everything from there is going to be able to work out in your favor. Now, we are left with a few extra other attributes. If you want to, you can just go ahead and put this into your strength or even the vertical, but remember, even with the physicals, this has the potential to change a build name as well. Now, when it comes down to the takeovers, we get the slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and the playmaking. So if you do want that shooting boost to get a 99 mid-range and a 99 3-pointer, now is your chance to go ahead and pick one of the shooting takeovers, being the shot creating or the pure sharpshooting. However, if you want to go ahead and get contact dunks, you already know you need to pick the finishing moves takeover. I'm going to go with spotted precision and that one as well. And as y'all can see, we have made the well-rounded point. And I'm going to be real, I love the comparisons of Lonzo Ball as well as De'Aaron Fox. Now, one final build, and probably one of the most rare builds to bring y'all out of all 2Ks currently. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The next build that I'm bringing y'all today is going to be called the two-way shooter build. Now, I have to be real with y'all, out of all 3 builds on this list, this one definitely has to be my favorite because of the build name that we are able to maintain. So we're going to go ahead and make this build out of the point guard position again. With this one, I'm going to go ahead and make this build to 6'5". As for the weight, I'm going with 198 with a 7'2" wingspan. Now, let's go ahead and get right into the physicals. I'm going to go with the speed, maxed out of 90. Acceleration going to be 88. Vertical, I'm going to leave it at a 70. Then, when it comes down to the stamina, max this out at 99. Now, going to look pretty similar to the past build that I just did bring to y'all, but instead, for the driving layup and the driving dunk, I am putting both of these to an 84. Now, that's going to give us a total of 17 badges, but if you do decide to go ahead and upgrade any other area of this build, you definitely have the potential to get more extra badges in this area. So as you can see with the post control, if you max it out, we're going to be able to get a gold back down Punisher badge, 79 being the total. Then for the standing dunk, 45 with a 54 close shot. Now, I'm liking how 20 badges is looking compared to getting 17 or anything less, but this is the way that I feel like it's going to be best to make this build the most versatile. And remember, with these rare build names, you definitely do have to be very specific with how you make them, or else you are really risking changing the builds from a rare one to a common one. Now, for the defensive end, I'm going to go and make sure that my interior defense is going to be a 65. As for the perimeter defense, put this to a 77. And then as for the steal, I'm going to bring this up to an 86. And already, we're going to be able to maintain a good amount of badges. For the block, I want to make sure that for this build, I max it out
As for the offensive rebound, this is really going to follow along with how you move on the defensive rebound. So what you want to go ahead and do is make sure the offensive is going to be a 40 with a 70 defensive rebound. And that's going to give us a total of 19 defensive badges. When it comes down to the shooting, however, this is a two-way shooter. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the three-pointer on this build is definitely maxed out. When it comes down to the mid-range shot, this is up to you, but I'm going to go with an 82 as well to pair up with the three-pointer. Then finally for the free throw, you can leave this at a 99 just to be safe. That's going to give us a total of 25 shooting badges right here.
Now, once we go ahead and get into the playmaking on this build, y'all know that I cannot leave y'all hanging, especially in this area of this build. So I'm going to go with the 77 speed with ball, 71 ball handle, and a 77 pass accuracy for a total of 20 playmaking badges. And remember, each of these builds, if you did complete each season as well as win the college championship, your rebirth is automatically going to give us a plus 10 to our badge count. Now, as you can see, we get the slashing takeover, sharpshooting, lockdown, and the rare post scoring. All of these are up to y'all, but man, if you made it to the end, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications. Hit that like button and drop a comment down below when complete. I love y'all and I thank y'all for making it to the end. To the loyals who did comment down RGF, let's check out the build name, and as y'all can see, we have made the rare two-way shooter build. Thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. Thank y'all for the support, and man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.